So the first question I would like to ask is how would you approach this situation?
Well, I think the first thing she should do is to try to, I guess, find a way to get the students to be excited and motivated to actually do their work. Um, I think it'd be great to work around with other teachers since she is not so experienced. She should try to get with other teachers who feel the same way about the students being not on par, and she should try to find ways to help the students get to where they need to be.
Is it good to expect a lot from students?
I think it's good to have some high expectations for them so that they have something to work towards. But I also think it's good to have a realistic goal for them. That way, they are not too discouraged when they don't reach the highest expectation they have.
What kind of teaching strategy should she implement into her schedule?
Well, I think she should focus more on actually teaching the curriculum to the students as well as helping them throughout the assignment. So moving around, maybe answering every question that she can, helping every student who has a question and showing them step by step what to do.
Do you think group work would be acceptable?
I think group would actually be a lot really effective because then students can bounce ideas off of each other and hopefully help each other figure out one problem at a time.
Do you think the area impacts the whole situation?
The area that they live in,
Yes, like the district, school district.
I think it does have some impact because students are affected not only in school but what happens outside of school. And I think if um, they have a bad reputation, so to say, I think it can have some effect on the students and their motivation to go to school and do good.
Everyone is capable, but do you think a lack of resources can somewhat diminish their ability to do things?
Well, I think yeah, a lack of resources could affect it. I think that maybe if they don't have much access to say computers or stuff like that to where they can do other projects besides math, then I think it does affect how they get stuff done as far as for grades and all that.
Mr. James was their previous teacher in seventh grade, and I'm going to read you his motto. His motto was that the whole idea is that they have to show growth by the end of the year. So it's actually good if they can't do anything now, as long as they can do slightly more by May. They're golden. Do you agree with this?
I agree and I disagree to it. Most I agree because well, you can't. Not every student is gonna succeed as much as you would like them to. But as a teacher, I think your goal should be to get students where they need to be for their next year. And if some students may or may not achieve that goal, and I think that the progress that they do show throughout the year does show that you are doing your job as a teacher.
I agree. And who should she reach out to?
Like I said earlier, I think she should work with the teachers that they have around there. In eighth grade, most middle schools are eighth grade. They do switch from class to class, and I think that she should work with the other teachers that the students do see to help them figure out a plan to have so that they work together as a whole and not just one teacher attacking all the students. They have multiple teachers.
How does lowering expectations hurt a child or make him feel less important?
I think having low expectations for them makes them feel as if they can't do anything really good. I think having a high expectation sets in their mind that this person believes in me, this person thinks I can do good, so it gives them a little bit more motivation to actually do good.
What other motivation would you use?
Well, I would always try to keep a positive attitude, have a fun class environment, not too fun of course because you still have to get work done, but have a good environment so the kids don't dread coming to class. They actually feel like I can go to class and have fun.
What are your thoughts on tutoring?
Well, I think tutoring is good. They should have tutoring as much as possible, but some teachers do make tutoring mandatory, and I don't want.
And I have one more question for you, and that would be, what I'm going to ask you, parents and home life. How does that factor into a child's ability to do pretty much anything?
Well, I think their home life is the number one motivator for a kid. So if they come from a home where the parents don't really care so much how well they do in school, I think that can affect the motivation that the kid has to go to school, because they feel that they don't have to go to school, that their parents think if they don't have to go to school, then they shouldn't. So I think a home life really affects how they perform in school.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for your participation.